time. I know it's been about a month or so since I've been on here, but you guys know I only share what God shows me to share. Um, right now, I'm about to share a pretty detailed dream that is insightful, and it's just a puzzle piece. Coming out of this dream, I wanted to know so much more. I had way more questions than answers, just because of how it was like I was put in a series of events, but I was given a dream of the middle of it. I didn't get to see the beginning or end of it. Um, so, just to give you a background, you understand why. Please pray about it. Please share anything that God shares with you. Forgive me if I kind of get scatterbrained. I'm kind of tired, but I promised God I would share this. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm kind of late on sharing this. I should have shared this about 2 days ago. So this dream starts out. Let me just start about the environment, because the environment is very important in this dream. This dream is a end time event, or a culmination of end time events that have happened or going to happen, whatever it may be. So I am in a city. This city is not New York City. I feel like I'm in North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. If you've ever been to North Carolina, know anything about it, it is nowhere close to New York City. It's nowhere close to that type of atmosphere or environment or way it's built. We have patches of downtown areas which we call, oh wow, that's something sliver of what New York may be, just to give you an understanding of how North Carolina is not that type of place. So I'm in this city, and I don't know what city I'm in, but I know I'm in like a downtown, very robust city area. So it couldn't be no more than either it has to be either Charlotte or Greensboro, Raleigh, or Durham. Some of those places, maybe Winston-Salem, or more like Wilmington area. But I don't know. I don't know. That's not important. I'm in this place, and I'm looking around, and I see around this place, this downtown area, is that it's a complete destruction, but not obliteration. Meaning that it's not at a state where there's nothing left, but it's in a state of, okay, things have been destroyed here, everywhere. Um, I see buildings where they have craters of bombs. I see empty cars. I see cars that are just abandoned. I feel that there's no one really around. I feel and see just total destruction. But it wasn't because of just bombs or a nuclear event or nothing like that. It was small stuff. So as I'm standing in this area, I automatically have knowings of things. So my knowings is that the reason why this is in a state, this place I'm in, the city I'm in is in a state, is because there was a series of events. I understood that America as a whole had been worn out. That was the knowing I really got. That's what spoke to my spirit. America has been worn out, meaning that the state I saw this place in wasn't just because of bombs. It was because there could have been riots. There could have been famine. There could have been an economic problem. There could have been a civil unrest or war going on. There could have been bombings, terrorist attacks, um, maybe martial law kind of thing. But basically, what it was is that I understood that there was a domino effect of stuff that led to the state of the place I was in. Another knowing I had is that I saw a map, and I was shown a map, and I saw from the Florida all the way up to a little bit above New York City. I saw these big, huge, like red dots, and they were placed scattered throughout the East Coast upward, like it covered a region. And I knew these red big dots were us, and you'll understand what us means. And I knew that this whole area I saw was in the same state I was in. So if I were to go to Virginia, go to a city down there, it would be the same state I just saw. Um, so I see that. Now, going back to the scene where I'm in the city, I have two people with me. Uh, a man my age, he has caramel skin, but he talks American, so I really can't say what his ethnic group is. And an African woman, An African American woman she has to be in her early or late 40s. Um, it's just us three, and it feels like it's just us three in this entire city. I mean, we feel alone. I feel alone. I feel like there's no one around. I feel the emptiness of the city. Like there's nothing going on. When I say abandoned cars, when I say destroyed areas and buildings, that's all there is. There is no people around us. I'm not sure if that's to help me see the significance of the environment, or it just God didn't want me to see that. I'm not saying there's no one going to be there, but maybe I don't know. It could be for multiple reasons, not because they don't need to be there. So these people, it's just three of us, and there's a school bus. In this entire dream, this school bus was so significant. I don't fully understand the significance of it. I understand that it could be a ministry type thing based on my previous dreams I've had. Sometimes when God gives me dreams, or almost every time God's given me a dream, whenever it involved a vehicle and God, it was always referred to my ministry or a mission or a direction from God to do something. And that makes sense because sometimes your vehicle is your method of transport. Your vehicle is your method of your motivation, your drive to do something. It's your key to get somewhere. And it's your covering as well if you think about it. So this school bus is there, and we never really engage the school bus. We never get on it. We never even look at it in the dream. But it's just there, and it's so important. It could be because there is a specific group of people who are Christian that had to technically graduate in their faith or their walk with Christ in order to be in the situation. That could be it, but that was not said in the dream, so I don't know. I can't clarify that or conclude that. Going back to the dream. So these people are with me, and I start looking around, observing, and I start talking. And I tell them, and this is very important, I said, there's three ways God is going to use us. I said, the first way is he's going to send us somewhere, and he's going to send us to a place where we're not going to do anything. We're just going to be there. The act of our presence and God living through us is going to do what it needs to do. I said, second, either God will send us somewhere to say something or speak something to someone or in a situation. And I said, three, and I can't fully remember it, but I think I said, the third thing is God is going to send us somewhere to do a miracle or some type of supernatural act. And I said this to them, kind of instructing them, because I understood that we were in a very crunch time moment. I felt urgency in this whole dream too, and I understood that, okay, God is about to do something with us. So I was instructing them to say, okay, be prepared, this is what he may do. And they agreed. The older woman and the young man who was around my age shook their heads and said, okay, cool, kind of agree with me. Then the scene changes to where we're still in this city, and that bus is still with us, and the man who is around my age speaks and says, are we the only ones here? Are we the only ones left? Where, like, kind of saying, like, where's everybody? Now, when he spoke that, my heart thought that before he said it. It was really interesting in the dream because my heart felt like there is no one around. It is just us. And right when I thought that here, he said it. But then I got revelation and I spoke and I said, before I spoke, I saw the map again. That map where it showed the East Coast with all these red dots scattered around the cities in the states. I saw that map again and I felt like, okay, these dots I'm seeing are bigger than usual. They're not small dots. These are big. And I finished looking at the map and I speak to him, and it was like God was speaking through me or gave me understanding. And I said, it may seem like that. No, I said, no, we are in units. We're clustered together in units. I said to him, I was like, it may seem like we're not, I said, we may seem like we're not together or we're alone, but we're clustered in units. We're not alone. And I understood that when I said that, that even if where we saw and what we felt was alone, there was groups of us. It just didn't seem like it. So then he kind of responds and agrees with that. And then the dream ends. I think we are. I remember seeing a part where we start walking somewhere, but then I think that's where the dream ends. And that was pretty much the dream. Like I said, it's a big center puzzle piece where I get no beginning and no end. I just get the middle, and it left me with questions. I don't fully understand what the bus means, but I knew it's very significant. I didn't understand why no one was in the city, and it felt like this was the whole East Coast. I wondered why America was worn out to this state. I mean, I get it why, but I wanted to know what were these events that were happening that caused America to be in this state. When I say America, that's what I got too. It wasn't just, I didn't get the East Coast. The knowing I got was that all of America was in this state. And I was wondering what series of events caused that, and did they happen at the same time? Was it one thing led to another? But then I felt in the dream like God was about to use us. And I was wondering, I was like, does it have to be this messed up before God uses us? Or is it just showing the state of the environment we're going to be used in? So it's a lot of different questions, but a lot of insight too. And that's really the dream. Hopefully I can get a part 2 or part 3 of this because I was left hanging on a lot of things, left with a lot of questions. But if you guys are showing anything, please let me know. Forgive me again, I am tired, but I am sharing this. If the volume is too low on this, please turn it up. I don't have my headset to make it sound better, so this is what I got. You guys have a blessed day. I'll talk to you later.